Greetings, greetings, King.
Yes, my boss. What go on, man?
There, man. There, listen to the good music me I play.
Yeah, man, definitely, because there's sometimes we have to kind of turn the thing around our solidness, towards the people. You understand what I'm saying?
But
And
I want to tell you the thing that actually hold me the most was the Betty McKean me I played earlier there.
I was
Long, long, long time me no hear a DJ go so deep.
yeah, man, for real, because one of the thing about me still, I try not to follow a lot of people. I try to follow a lot of people leeway because I remember, what I'm saying, the songs that make it what it is. Everybody seems to run away from their music then. So we just, make it all in song each and every Sunday. Just forget back in a certain little things and make, refreshing our mind and remember which part we are coming from and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Right time, right place, right interview on a Sunday evening, right?
So go on, my general, everything good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. As I say, me there, I listen to you for a good second.
Yeah.
Me like the song where you play. Me hear you say about interview artists, you need to know where I'm from, where I'm about, where I'm do.
Of course.
So, so me say, look like me into a long ride.
Yeah, well, of course, but what really happens. Sometimes I want to, first of all, have my listeners, have them on the edge of them seat. You understand? Because sometimes they want to know who they want to know who this Louis I talk to. Because right now, as we speak, of course, you got people in Jamaica listen to you. You got people in Canada. You got people in Florida. You got people in Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Staten Island. Those folks in New Jersey, Connecticut. Those folks in England, Germany, my brother. So right now, I just speak you on the four corners of the earth. Right now, on the station that rock the nation, my brother.
Well, it's a blessing. So I can say greetings to all your listening audience.
Right.
And the places that you call are places that I'm well familiar with and places that I have friends too. So, hey, blessings, people.
Well, definitely, definitely. So, let's get down to business now because I understand that you involve inside of the reggae music and, what part of the reggae music do you play? Like, what part are you involved in? Because you have the smooth reggae, you have the culture part of the reggae, you have the hard dance all of the reggae. What part you represent, my brother?
Well, as far as my representation to the music is concerned, I'm not just a person who do songs. I also play music just like you are doing right now.
Wow.
And I've been in the business for a while. I'm not a kid.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I've been in the industry for a while, and well, put it this way: I'm coming from the old school, the original dancer.
Right.
I'm one of them DJ who used to have to hold the mic from sound string up and DJ till sound pull down the next morning. So. As far as say the music is concerned, I did a few songs back in the 80s, but to be honest with you, this might sound funny.
Right.
As a DJ, I used to love DJing the sound system, but I never like to hear myself when I'm in the studio with the headphone over my ears, and that's one of the reasons why I did not do too many songs back then, because I just did not. It's not something I ever got used to.
Right.
It's just since I played when I decided I'm gonna go back to the music in the sense of putting out songs.
Right. So, and I got you, but you said that you didn't like to hear yourself, like
in the headphone.
Wow. Okay.
Honestly, I have no problem when I'm on the microphone. I have the microphone and stand up around the sound system doing my thing.
Right.
I love being on stage and all of that. But I did not like the headphone inside of the studio. I could not get used to it.
So you didn't like to hear yourself, sing a song or DJ a song or whatever. It just never feels so good to you.
Well, like I said, it's not like I never like to hear myself. Period. It's just when I have the headset on, I was never comfortable with it.
Right.
It's just like since I started doing songs again, then I'm more comfortable doing it now. So right now, I would say that I have more comfort in the studio now than I did back then. And
Go ahead, I'm listening.
the question you ask is what genre of the music I'm doing. I'm pretty much carving out a lane for myself. I'm doing reggae music, but I'm not trying to do exactly what everybody else is doing. The lyrical content that I DJ is culture, yes, and I try to go along with the inspiration.
Great.
So whatever I'm inspired by at the moment, I will write the lyrics from it. And I also have a song called "Love Is All We Need" that was written by Percentage. If you listen to that song, then you'll get a sense of the direction that I'm going.
Okay. Now, the direction that you're going right now, is that an inspiration of when you go to bed and get up in the morning, you say, hey, listen, this is where I want to be. This is the right track that I want to. These are the songs that I want to write. These are the kind of song people will react to. Is that the sense?
I wouldn't say when I go to bed, no, because sometimes I'm just driving and a vibe just hit and out of it comes the lyrics. I might be having a conversation with someone sometimes.
Right.
And out of the conversation might also come the lyrics.
Right.
But sometimes it's not just the lyrics that actually direct the music. It's also when you start out the melody or the hook, then you find that all right, this sounds good, and you just build on it.
Right. So inside of the music business right now, there's a lot of other artists out there that's really been out there for a while, like yourself. Who give you the inspiration to say, hey, listen, man, I want to be on the right track, just like that artist out there? Is there any more artists that's out there that give you a strong inspiration that's, you just want to do music for lifetime, brother?
Hey, the person that actually, when I first started to DJ, Brigadier is the person I got my inspiration from.
Right.
Brigadier Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
So, I used to DJ just like Brigadier.
Wow.
Word for word. I'm on top of me even imitate Brigadier Vice down to the slurs.
Right.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say at this point it's I'm getting my inspiration from an artist per se.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are grown and I decided I'm gonna go back to music.
Right.
So I think the inspiration is more of me saying to myself, I started something that I did not complete. So basically, I'm picking up from where I left off, not with the old style per se.
Right.
You find new hooks, you find new melody, and you find some lyrics. You go with the time, you go with the flow, you go with the energy.
Right. So what part, before we get back to that, what part in Jamaica are you originated from, brother?
St. James.
You're from St. James, Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm Montego Bay. A little community called Lima in Adelphi, St. James.
Okay.
Spend most of my time in Mount Salem, yes. But yeah, I'm a Montegonian. So Montegonian, big up on yourself.
So, where did you get your music tackles from? When I say music tackle, I mean, how do you remember saying, listen, man, I'm a good singer, I'm a good culture singer, I'm a good DJ? Where does that come from? Is there anybody else that's in the family, used to do the music or still do the music, and you get it from them or her?
Hey, I want to tell you something. My entire family is musical. My mother is a singer-songwriter. My sister also is a singer-songwriter. I have a brother who's a singer-songwriter. I have a brother who teach music in school.
Wow.
All four of my children, I have my two youngest.
Mm-hmm.
One plays they both play the piano.
Nice.
One plays trumpet. The other play clarinet and saxophone.
Wow.
My son DJ like myself, he spin the turntable, and then my other daughter, she sings. So
wow.
it's a musical family.
Mm-mm. Wow. Oh my goodness. So where did you get your music talented from? Who was before you with the music in your family? You saying your mom?
Well, um, before me, there was never anyone famous
Right.
musically.
Okay.
But yes, you know, you grew up in a church and everybody sing. You live in a choir. Also, I grew up with my uncle who was a deacon, so and he's a person who play music pretty much every single day.
Right.
Matter of fact, this song by Jim Reeves, We Thank Thee Each Morning.
Right.
Growing up as a little boy, I used to hear my uncle sing that song, and
Word,
you couldn't tell me that that song wasn't his.
word for word.
Yes,
Word for word. It's called.
yes.
Wow.
So yeah, musically, but then now the DJ part of it, my inspiration as a DJ, I wanted to be a DJ was just the fact, just listening to Brigadier Jerry, because to me there was no DJ like Brigadier,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
I like just about every DJ, but Brigadier had something about him that just grabbed me. I don't know if it was the fact that I was a church going kid.
Right.
He grew up in the church, and Brigadier, as you know, he always have this revival thing about him being a 12 tribe artist.
Right.
So I think that probably be the thing that drew me so much to Brigadier at that point, at that time, you know, in my life. Being a kid, I wanted to you wanted to do the music, and you want to be cultural, you want to be, you know, within that realms.
Right. Right. Well, Brigadier Jerry is a very solid artist, of course, from those time, of course. And speaking about Briggy, you know, his nephew is a good friend of mine, of course. You know, and Briggy lives somewhere in Connecticut, somewhere over there. And you know, me and him never really clones or sometime. But we really go check him little nephew and stuff like that. And Briggy's sis, Nancy, and one of them sometimes will call, and I'm saying to myself, I say, well, but I know what you're saying. If you come across Briggy like I've come across him like several of time, I know what you're saying, because when you see him, there's an inspiration from the man, just like looking at you. So just, you know, it's just like a teacher to a student in a class. So I got where you're coming from, my brother. Honestly.
And it, you know, eventually I become a friend of the family, you know.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Man.
sister Nancy, Brigadier, I was like a family member at some point. Actually, I spent a lot of time around them.
It's good.
At the time, I used to DJ named Liquor Culture.
Hmm.
And until this day, you can't get Nancy or Briggy because I'm nothing but culture. Them not take on to the new name. still Liquor Culture.
Well, tell the people right now that's listening in Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island or Staten Islands, tell them what is the name that they call you right now.
Lash LaRue, which been around too. Lash LaRue is an old name from back in the 80s, just the same.
Right.
So I never changed that name. I changed from Liquor Culture when I grew up.
Right.
Because I started out at 12 years old.
Right.
So the Liquor Culture fit at the time. But then, you know, once you grow, it's like, you know, at the time, when you change the name to Lash LaRue, everybody, you have a Josie Whale, you have the Leave and Kiss, the Papa Tie, and
Right.
all the cowboy artists. Them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
everybody wanted a cowboy name, and a friend of mine he gave me a choice of two names, and I chose the one Lash LaRue. So yeah.
Oh boy. You know, it's really good. You know, just to speak to an artist of your caliber, of course. You know, just trying to, you know, learn a lot more things from you as a youngster. You know what I mean? And the place that you were been, and you know what you went through to get where you are right now, of course. Now let me ask you this: you say you used to DJ. What sound system were you on back then in the earlies?
Wow. Put it this way: every sound that was a sound back then, I DJ on.
Well, that's a good answer.
So,
That's a good answer.
my resident sound was Five C's and African Symbol. Sonic Force also. You have a sound named Motivate from Adelphi.
Right.
Those were the sounds that I was more consistent with.
Right.
But yeah, I DJ the King Jammins, the Jalove, Sterograph.
Wow,
Eh,
nice.
Put it this way. Like I said, every sound that was a sound,
Mhm.
I DJ.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So,
And then you know you would have the smaller sounds that sometimes they will confine you. So there's a lot of other sounds on the island that I used to DJ and I can't call every sound name, but that's why I said every sound that was a sound,
right.
I DJ.
So back then, you never picture yourself trying to record any songs or anything like that. You would just love to hear, get the mic and just start DJ, because you were telling me you did not like just to hear the headset or hear you in the headset and stuff like that. So when did you change from that scenario and says, hey, I want to do a recording?
No, I did songs back then,
Okay.
I just did not do enough.
Oh.
But and like I said, because I did a song called Financial Crisis. I also have a song called Gun Dance.
Right.
But then you remember when Papa Stan and everybody they have the animal style, and I had a song called the Gun Dance, which was a gun dance style something.
Right.
So yeah, and I did a song called Outer and I've done a few songs back then.
Right.
But as far as the recording, when I really get comfortable recording was my friend Peter Culture, our Pure Percentage. We wrote a combination song called TGIF, and we voiced that song at Ed Robinson Studio back in 2004.
Right. Okay.
And voice the song we released it on vinyl back then, because vinyl was just leaving the scene. It wasn't fully gone.
Right.
Yeah, so we released it on vinyl. And I took another long break, and then I think it was about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I did this song called Love Is All We Need.
Right.
And then recently I find myself to start going to the studio making songs. I have a few songs that have not yet been released.
Okay. So you just taking, for instance, moving from one stage of the music to another. In other words, the elevation is under the gun right now, because you're back in the studio. You start, to get things together. What made you take that big break? What was the cause for you to take that break from the music?
The main reason was to actually raise my children. Music is a child of its own. And being a father who really want to spend some time with my children and make sure that they get the proper upbringing, music would have been taking me away too far and too long sometimes. And what I also realize is that to raise a child, you can't gamble their future away. And music, unless I had made it big then, and money was actually coming in that could sustain me,
right,
and my family, is a risk I wasn't willing to take.
Right. I understand. Definitely.
Yeah. So I find something that was actually suitable for the income.
Right.
And I did that. So now that they are grown, I only have two kids left in college.
Right.
One have 1 year and one have 2 years. So
right,
I feel like a free man again. So I can go raise a new baby. I can raise a new child, which is my music.
Right. Right now it's 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, of course, and inside of New York City, like I said before, we got people on the four corners that heard, listen to you on the radio right now: Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Staten Island, Jersey, Connecticut. And of course, we got people in London, Canada. Of course, it's all over right now. Now, how did the COVID-19 affect your music career and affect yourself?
COVID-19 and the music. It's just so funny that just about, let me see, this was January, February. I team up with Nature Ellis in Jamaica.
Right.
And did a combination song called Jana Sleep. And then Nature had an album that he actually released right around that time, called Awaken. He had the album release in Kingston, and it was a nice album release. Nice crowd. The album started going places and thing, and then COVID, bam. So yes, as far as the music is concerned, COVID did put a damp on that.
Wow.
In that sense.
In that sense.
Yeah, I was just getting into the motion of going back and forth to Jamaica and trying to get the thing up and running, and then everything was shut down. Well, luckily my job was one that actually I would say throughout COVID I did extremely well in that sense.
Nice.
So the music slowed down, but it gave me the opportunity to do something else that now I can actually move forward in music with more strength.
Right. Wow. Now, your songs that you have, because normally, I try to do my thing different from a lot of radio personality, a lot of DJs, a lot of selectors, whosoever they are. You understand? Sometimes you're going to interview somebody and you tell the whole world who you're going to interview, what time and where and when. I try to keep that on a lower platform to try and have my listeners on their seat hedging, because they want to know who it is. They want to know who Louis is going to talk to. They want to know all kind of scenario. And of course, the songs that you sing, I'm going to drop a couple right after an interview with you, of course. Now, the songs that you have out, how many songs you think you have in total right now? Just give me a number. It's okay.
In total, right now, I have the songs that are currently released is just 3 songs that are actually released right now. Only three songs that are released right now. The rest are in the making.
Right. Okay. Instead of you have your songs out there, do you have somebody produce your songs? Do you have somebody help you write your songs? Do you have somebody help you push your songs to excellence? Or are you the only one that deal with that?
I have some help to an extent. As far as the writing is concerned, Pure Senses is one of my key writers.
Okay.
Very very talented youth.
Right.
And I wrote a few of my own. Nature Ellis, when I'm writing, sometimes I'll vibe with Nature, and we'll put some things together, and
right.
And that's a song. And sometimes I'll have an idea, have a concept. I might write the two first verses of the chorus.
Right.
You get to a point, I'll say, hey, Nature, but there one part of the song, What do you think about this? I'll call Peter, and I say, Peter, the other part of the song,
Right.
You want me to do? Me have them 2 verses. Me need the last verse to finish a song. So in that sense. As far as production is concerned, I produce my songs along with currently I have one song out that was produced by Street People Records. Was a guy in Florida.
Okay. Wow. Nice. That is so nice. That is really so nice, man. And with you involved inside of the music business, of course, is a blessing to the world. It's a pleasure for people to really hear the message that you're putting out inside of your songs, inside of your, whatever you do. People love that. People love to hear. They'll see you somewhere and they want a picture of you. Have that ever happened to you, bro?
Oh yes. Back in 1986, I did a show in Beach Bash. I remember that. You remember Beach Bash?
Yeah, I heard about Beach Bash.
Beach Bash used to be in Elsha.
Right.
Yeah. So I did one of the Beach Bash back in 1986, and after the video, well, I can't say viral because I didn't have internet then, but the video went around the world. So I was in Montego Bay one day, walking out of a supermarket, and a white couple was walking in. And they stopped me at the door. They were like, "Are you Lash LaRue?" So I said, "Yes." And they were like, oh, we have this music video with you, and yeah, so
Just a good
and
feeling.
yeah, it's a good feeling. And even now, since I've done this news, this I have a video out now called Jamaica Name Brand. I have a song out now called Jamaica Name Brand.
Uh-huh.
And the video is doing well. And yeah, I got stopped a few times. Even on a flight, going through the airport. Oh, I watched your video.
Nice, nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, it's a good feeling.
Well, that's the thing, when it comes on to the music with you guys and stuff like that, you always have your fans out there, checking wherever, whatever. And that's a good feeling. And that's a good feeling to represent the music. And of course, the reggae music, should say. Now, the music then and the music now, how do you view both of them? What do you think happened to the music now and the music then?
Hey, music then and the music now. You know, when we did music back then, we did music because we actually love what we were doing. I don't think, if you ask most of the artists from my time, none of us were focusing on the money aspect of it. We were just doing it from pure love.
Right.
And I remember also that dancehall at the time was in its infancy. So we grew along with the music. I have a saying to say that our kids are spoiled based on our success.
Right.
So reggae music, dancehall music in general, is a very successful music. And the kids today, they are actually reaping the benefit of the success. So you find that if you build a foundation, if you like, for instance, let's say you build a house.
Right.
Let me just use another term. Jamaican people, let's say you build a shop. You have a little shop around our corner. No mama and daddy build a shop. That shop will send a child to school. But when that child come up, that child never even work in the shop one day. So
Right,
therefore,
right.
they only know so them go to school, but them don't know the importance of the shop to the extent unless
Right.
they sit down with mommy and daddy and really talk about the depth of how that shop came about and why that shop exists.
Right. Got you.
Now, the music today, in the sense that you don't need a King Jammins to put out a song now. You don't need a Bobby Digital. You don't need a Penthouse. The kids, the youth, them go up and them build them rhythm. Them voice them song all in them house on them computer. Them mix them song, them put it on the internet and it blow. Them enjoy it. Now, the question really is, what do I think of the music yesterday and versus today?
What do you think?
The music as is right now, lyrically, I think these kids can really write some lyrics if they want to write some lyrics. I listen to the way they write and I realize they have writing skills.
Right.
But I do believe that sometimes the energy is focused too much on one lyrical content, the content of the lyrics. It's like they keep on repeating the same thing over and over, in the sense like if everybody want to 10 gun song, everybody had to 10 gun song. Now back then we do gun song back in the day, but you'll find that the same artist will do a gun song, him have one gun song and him have 10 other songs in between.
Right.
So it's like you maintain a balance.
Right.
Now an artist now him put out one gun song and his work team so him put out 10 more gun songs. So it's like him a DJ the same thing over and over.
Correct. Right.
If you're a DJ, if I'm a DJ about girls, the artist put out a girl song and the girl song the work team so him put out 10 more girl songs. Him a DJ the same thing or sing the same thing over and over.
Right.
The other thing that I hear in the music is that I hear a lot of crying in the music, I think these youths are crying based on their circumstances. But I don't
Okay.
think too many people are listening. I think more often we more criticize what they're doing instead of actually paying attention to what's happening in the general sense. Music is basically an inspiration.
Exactly.
no matter which way you want to take it. So if you are inspired by your surrounding, your environment, basically you're gonna hear what is happening.
Correct.
And if you look in the, if you watch the news and you see what is coming out of Jamaica, people might say it is the music that is creating the influence of creating the problem. But I don't think it is just, you can't just look on the music and say it is the music that is creating the problem, because the problem have to be there in order for the artist to really build the lyrics around it.
Right.
Now, what the artist might do is amplify the problem.
Okay.
So it's not a matter of saying, yeah, the music violent, so that's why the country violent, or that's why it's not Jamaica violent right now. It's the world, you know.
Right.
We Jamaicans, we go focus on the violence that come out of Jamaica because we are Jamaicans, and rightfully so, we should.
Right.
Because we really want to stop that.
Right.
So it's not like I'm not trying to pretty up what is happening in the music in that sense, but like I said, I hear the youth them a cry.
Right.
Now, one might ask the question, the substance of the music. That is yet to be determined. Because you have to remember, the kids that are growing with the music, they're going to be our age one day.
Right.
So, are they going to still love the music that they're dancing to today or singing to today? We can determine that.
Right.
Because when I remember as a youngster doing music, our parents always say our music are garbage. Yet still today is our music that still run the party.
Exactly.
So it is not, I don't think it is for me to say the music not going to be here, the music is going to be here. I think that is something to be determined. I would definitely love to hear the youth them DJ some more lyrics, or we can, like for instance, if you sing a greetings, you can sing a greetings no matter what time, no matter what generation, no matter how old, no matter how young.
Right.
And again, it's also, as I play music, like I said, I'm a DJ, I'm a selector. There are a lot of good songs out there. They just don't get the promotion that they what you don't call now the gangster song gets. You don't get the same hype, you don't get the same attention. So I think we also need to say, we could promote some of the good songs them out there. Because not for the youth them do some good songs. They not only do bad songs, or only gangster songs. Them do some good songs.
Right. But certain songs that have been to places already, just to do like a live broadcast, or just to do something, or maybe it's just an event, and I'll come across the person that put on the event, and they'll come over and said to me, say, hey, you see all those other songs and stuff like that, we don't want to hear them right here. You understand? And sometimes I look at it and say, wow, she just come at me like that and just let me know. But it's the difference between, to me, the 90s and stuff that's here now. Stuff that's here now, I don't say it is not good for them if it's not good for somebody, but not a lot of people is maybe in the same basket as that other person. People just love to hear the old 90s crews sometimes. Again, it depends on where you are. It depends on your platform, your location, your whatever. But people seems to gravitate to the 90s better. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're saying.
Well, that is a fact. That is, and even the youngsters. If you go to a young party, you go find that the young people, them are going to listen to some 90s song before them get to them thing. They want to hear them thing.
Right.
But they want to hear some 90s juggling leading up to their thing.
Right.
So yes, the 90s music have more substance in that sense, and we can't go around it no matter how you want to look at it.
Right.
Because, all right, even if you look on the 90s music, you have 15, 20 songs come out from one rhythm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And as a DJ now, more than go a club now or a party or someone go play the whole 19, 20 song or come out from a rhythm. I know me can find at least 5 hot songs off of the rhythm to play.
Right. Exactly.
Now, the thing, here's the thing, here's one of the problems I have with the music today.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who play music.
Mm-hmm.
I can play 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to play 3 or 4 songs on the same rhythm to maintain the same pace or the same juggling.
Right.
Because pretty much all of them have the BPM, them it's like they remain the same place.
The same flow. Right.
And the beat them might have like a boom boom versus a boom boom boom.
Right.
So you can just play like it's like a monotone. It's like you just step on a pitch. You know?
Right.
You just step on a level and just play on a level. So yes.
You know what I like about you, man? You know what I like about you? You have the grassroots of the music. You have the second level of the music. And of course, you have the third version of the music. And that's what makes you so good. And that's what going to make you so popular with your new singles that you have coming out, brother. It's going to make you a lot of push because, like I said before, you have the understanding about the music. That's the first thing you need. And you need that. When I ask you who was in your corner at certain time, who your inspiration, you told me Brigadier Jerry. Of course. You can't get lost, bro.
Well, give thanks.
You cannot get lost. I listen to your comments and I ask the questions, and I'm telling you, you start at Brigadier. Some people would have come on here and tell me Vibes Cartel. They would have, how?
Well, if it's a cartel, genre artist, I mean, hey, guys, if you ask my son only know Brigadier because he's my son.
Right.
You know, we have been to places where
Right.
we get to meet Brigadier and talk to Brigadier. So yes, and I'm a 27-year-old. So
Wow.
I mean, if you find a youth now come up in another time there, a cartel artist, you can't really run from that.
Right.
I mean, if you really ask Brigadier probably tell you say, daddy, you right. Or
Right. Before him.
or even before.
Yes.
So yeah, all right. The thing that, like for instance, even though Brigadier is the person who inspired me, it does not mean that I don't know deeper history of the music.
Okay.
Because I, like I said, I both DJ and I play music. So there's no way I'm gonna be doing both and just get up and just play some songs and have no knowledge as to where that song come from or how did that song come about.
No clues. Right.
So this is the other thing about the youngsters as artists. I don't think they really take the time out to learn the history of the music.
That is the problem. That is you hit the nail right on the head. That is the problem. And I remember today I was saying to myself, some of these guys need just to go sit down with Baby Sham, go sit down with Buju Banton, go sit down on all our meds and just, guide them on the right. I think that is where the music for them is kind of missing. They have the talent, they have the pen and paper, but the knowledge is lost.
Yes.
It's lost.
It's funny, I was in Flanker a couple of, maybe 2 months ago. And I was just, a youngster passed me. And after I passed, a lyrics come to my head. Just the way just the encounter with the young man. A lyrics just come.
Right.
Just like that.
Wow.
And the reason for the lyrics is just how do I put this without offending anyone?
Just say it right ahead or you won't. Just say it and you won't. Just
the way I look at it is this. I think I say the lyrics come about like youngster, you lost.
Right. Wow.
Just simple that.
Youngster, you're lost.
Yeah, just simple, just lost.
Wow. 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 So right there and then I know where you're coming from because something wasn't right. That's why you probably say, youngster, you lost.
Yes.
Honestly.
And one day you will hear the song. But the young man, I said flanker, but the young man was actually a family member of mine. So it's not a thing about flanker. It's just that that's where I was.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's a family member, and I actually told him. It's not like I just build the lyrics. I told him, and the reason why I had to was because I was having a conversation with him, and he was lost.
And again, if he wasn't lost, you would not say he was lost. But he.
I would not.
Right. Got you, brother. I got you. Definitely got you. I understand. I understand. Just the reason from him, you know that he's lost.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I was actually, the thing that we were talking about, that youngster in his position should be more knowledgeable. That was my expectation of him, knowing his background and where he's coming from.
Right. And he
so
didn't have that.
No. So you know, and that also caused a couple of years ago, I'm in Jamaica again a couple of years ago talking to some folks my age group, and I'm looking at the youngsters around them and their behavior. So I will say, yo, you am a BS around you, man. Man, and say, yo, right now, I don't know nothing with them youth, you know, start them youth. And me, I say, no, you can't do that. You can't just left the youth them so and say you're in and nothing with the youth them.
Wow.
There must be a way to reach them.
Of course.
So, it don't come like you plant a tree, and after you plant the tree, you just left it, and the tree just grow, and however the tree grow, it just grow in a shape there. When you probably plant it and say you never want it to shape like that, but because you get lazy and feel like say
neglect it.
you just let it alone. So listen, some of us as elders we need to talk to the youth them and reason with the youth them, because me reason with them and the youth them respect elders who talk to them.
Right.
The youth them have no respect for elders who avoid them.
Right. Well, my family, this trend right here is an understandable trend, brother, because we reason about the music from all angles, and of course we reason about the music from every four corners of where it needs to be reasoned from. Now, is there anywhere the people them could find you? Are you on any major platforms or anything? The Instagram, the this, the that. Are you anywhere there?
Yeah, Instagram is lashdaro35 on Instagram.
Right.
Twitter, I haven't been on Twitter for a while. I don't even know if that account is still active. Facebook is the same, Lash Laro.
Lash Laro.
The simple Lash Laro.
Right.
And my songs that are released there on YouTube, so you can just go to YouTube and just type in Lash Laro and
nice.
search my songs.
Nice. Now, here's the biggest thing about this radio station that we listen to every day, we planned every day. A lot of people, like I said, in the four corners of Hurt, listen to this station, of course, and, people sometimes, when you're underrated, them hear you, and big them up, them feel bad about it. So, I'm going to give you the earwaves to big up some people, some of your friends, them that you know, because you don't want them bash you when you come off in the brother, because they will be listening and them know you, and big them up and them feel away. So, who you could remember to big them up for me, please.
If I start big up some people, it's like I've got to write all a list and start read down the list. You see, because the show now a lot me all of that time.
Wow. Just big up who you know then.
So now we can't pick up women over. That's what I said. Peter Culture, pure centuries, pick up yourself. Montano, we're not going to live up Montano to the circle, so pick up yourself, Montano. Benji, we have a virgin, Benji, pick up yourself, Benji. Boy, Nato Ellis, anyway, there's all a big up there, see? Boy, Leroy, yeah, hey, Keckle, how are you, the Keckle? Pick up yourself, man. Boy, hey. Me have a sister now. She is my biggest fan. Me can't left her there.
There.
Yeah, and why it thing big? Mama nice to big up herself. I know Curtis, but I don't know. Yo, me can't call everybody name. Everybody big up on herself. Bless up on herself. And if you don't want more big up the stuff on YouTube, go type in Jamaica and name brand of the artist song that me have out there right now. I go and make your comment. Hey, Love Is. That's a song we need to shoot the music video, so the video will be out soon.
Right.
But you still can go listen to the song on YouTube just to see him. Cause Love Is Humanity in bracket.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, where's it? London, Canada,
Of course.
Florida,
Of course.
Jamaica,
Of course.
Africa.
Of course.
Big up the globe.
Well, Arizona. Again, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, we are saying New York, we broadcast something, so I can't leave out New York. Big up the whole of the Bronx. First time I come America, Bronx me come. Yeah, New Jersey people big up on yourself, because a long time we live in Jersey for a minute too. So yeah, big up on yourself over Jersey then.
So you gotta big them up, bro. You gotta big them up. That's good.
Yeah man, and yeah.
Well,
By the way, Atlanta. We have a show going on Atlanta this Sunday too, you know. Called Legends in Concert. So Papa Biggie and Kappa.
you know,
Marcia Griffiths, Michael Bolton, Loss, Jixie King, Lady G, Junior Ranks.
wow, nice.
Yeah, big up.
Legends.
Big up on yourself.
Legends.
Yes, Legends in Concert.
Well, my family want to say much respect and thank you for your time, of course. Like, you have my phone blowing up behind the scene here and stuff like that and all kind of stuff. I want to say much respect and you're welcome here anytime, bro.
Yes, King. Give thanks. Blessings.
You're welcome here anytime. I want to say, you know, much love on your career and much love on the things that you're doing. And, of course, like I said before, people in the four corners of the hurt right now is hearing your voice, brother. And I want to say much love and much honor. And thank you for choosing the station that rock the nation, my brother.
Yes, man. Blessings, man. And like I said, I was listening before, and I love the songs you were playing.
Thanks.
Songs that I haven't heard in a good second.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Yes,
you, my
man,
family.
bless.
Yeah, man. Manners and respect. Here, sir.
Blessings.
All right. Up, up, up.